Hmm.
because the people that I was getting, they weren't concerned with how I looked. They were concerned with how they felt. Because my intention was always, when you come into my concert, and my intention is still the same to this day, I'm trying to create space for you away from your stress and your worries and what's going on in the world. I'm trying to, like, let's just have a moment, whether it's an hour or 2 hours, where we can just say, like, you know what, we can just breathe, we can laugh, we can, and I want them to walk out feeling lighter than they did when they came in. And so for me, I've carried that with me the whole my whole life. And so the next thing, um, and I don't like to use the term like that I'm chasing anything, because,
Manifesting,
huh?
manifesting.
Yeah, because if you're chasing, you never catch it,
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah,
And so I like to say I'm manifesting, or I'm building.
building. Yes.
And so, yeah, so for me, this new stage, I'm building as a voiceover artist and as an author. I have this vision of this children's book, and man, it just
Rumleys.
came to me, literally, huh? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It came to me out of nowhere, and here I am, like, having done that book, and now that I'm getting ready to release the next three, and doing meditations and things like that I've been creating and putting online for people to use for free, just because we need that. So it's I don't know if I'm answering your question good enough, because I'm down,
No,
but
no, no, no. This is a great answer. This is a great answer. I hear that your music career was a challenge for you to fulfill your dreams. So you got on the road and you did the groundwork. Did the groundwork. And what's so amazing about the groundwork? Those executives don't know what it's like to touch the actual people. Like you said, they make
no,
money, but however, from you doing that work gave you more an advancement of knowledge and information that no data, no computer system could ever calculate. People's
yes,
emotions and feelings change at the drop of a dime. And
yeah,
sometimes, as maestros or MCs or singers, we have access to that DNA sample that can change how people feel on the inside and out. So I think that's
yeah,
special. And
yeah,
also
man.
taking a look at the preview of Mr. Brumley, I enjoyed it and I thought it was awesome. And
Thank
I
you.
am looking forward to the other three editions.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Thank you. And just one other thing I'm gonna say about the music that I did mention was, I don't know if you know that I live in Dubai now,
Yes,
right? Yeah, yeah. So wait, are you in Dubai?
yes, I am.
Okay, we didn't talk about that, did we?
No, we did not.
I don't. Okay, all right. For some reason, I was thinking you would somewhere else. But anyway, how amazing is it, right?
Right.
That our gifts and our talents have got us here in this amazing place.
Yes.
And every step that I've taken with music has taken me to countries that I probably would have never gone to.
Right.
So if I would have given up when those people told me I wasn't attractive, or I was too fat, or I sweat too much when I sang, all those things that they were saying at the time, if I would have listened to that, I probably wouldn't be living up to my full potential right now.
And there's all those subjective things that they don't understand the culture of beauty, which the culture has come from.
Hmm.
And some cultures, being a little corpulent, is the best way of love. Some
I like the way
cultures,
you put
yeah, it's
that.
just some certain things are more relevant than others, and it is subjective. So you got to find your people, and you found your
Yeah.
people, and there's nothing wrong with that. So here you are out on the road, traveling to these different colleges. They screaming your name, Shinwa, we love you. More crowd noise. But what type of affirmations were you telling yourself?
Back then, I wasn't really using affirmations. Um, I think back then when I used to perform, right, it was always a giving thing. I would perform to the point of exhaustion,
Mm,
and I would leave completely drained. And it took me years before I really understood that this thing had to be balanced. So now when I go to perform, I set the intention, and I tell the audience, hey, we're going to have an even exchange of love.
mm,
I'm going to give you some love, and you're going to give me some love. So then I don't leave exhausted, having poured out every single thing and trying to figure out how to refill my cup before the next performance. You know, it's just this easy give and take. That's how I see it now. But for the most part, like over the years, um, there was no affirmation, but you couldn't tell me that I wasn't supposed to do what I was doing. It was just an undenying truth that I just had from when I was a small kid. And people would ask me, what are you going to be when you grow up? And I would say a singer. And that was before I knew I could sing.
Mm.
It was just something I just knew on the inside. And yeah, that's what I spent my life working on.
So here we are. You're a young man. Everybody says, "What are you gonna be?" I'm gonna be a singer. Some people say fireman. Some people say president of the United States.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
however, here you are. Now tell me in totality. Let's fast forward to where you are today, living in Dubai. You're still following and manifesting and building your dream. What is now renowned about you after traveling to all these countries, downloading all this data, all these frequencies from different people, reciprocity back and forth from the audience and yourself? What can you say is renowned about you?
I don't know if when you say renowned, what do you mean?
The fermentation, the full circumference of who you are right now. What has been built so far? What
What has
is
been built?
what is the product right now? Where are you now?
I am in the middle of evolving into the next version of me, the
Ah,
5.0 version. So I've been yeah, through each different stage of my life evolving, and I'm just getting to meet this new person. This new person now, because I just turned 50
mhm.
in March. And so
Congratulations.
thank you. And I was wondering, I said, okay, who is the 50-year-old me? Who is he? What's he about? You know?
Mhm.
And I'm learning that this new version of me is not afraid to say what I think, and also not afraid to say no to things that I don't feel serve me. I'm also not afraid to remove myself from situations where the energy doesn't feel right. Because a lot of times I would put myself in situations because I didn't want to hurt people's feelings.
Right.
I put everyone's feelings before my own, and so I decided, I said, okay, I think that part of my life is done. And I have a new song. It's funny because I wrote about it, and the song is called Boundaries.